Okay, welcome to this video. Now, this one right here, man, as you guys know, I've been interviewing entrepreneurs, but this one is another special one. And the reason this one is special is because I literally witnessed where this guy started and where he ended up. You guys are in for a treat. So make sure you grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, your water, your tea, and get ready because you are about to learn exactly how my guy right here, we call him '07, but his name is Karan. And I want to introduce him to the YouTube community. And man, we just gonna go in. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, man. What an introduction, man. I don't know if I can top that, but yes, sir, I'm feeling good. Thanks for having me on. I'm just here to share my journey, drop some gems, and we just tag along.
It's all good. So the very first thing that we do on this channel, bro, is we make sure that we eliminate all cap. A lot of people, people out here are used to seeing all of the glitz and the glamour, and they're used to seeing
Absolutely.
all of this stuff. So the very first thing I want you to show, if possible, can you show them your first day, not the whole time, but the first day numbers for lunch? Your first
Ab-
business, well, not your first business, but your ecom brand. What did you do on the first day, bro? Just so the community can see this is not cap.
oh, absolutely. I can jump right into the numbers. You know what I'm saying? As Kev introduced me as '07, I'm Karan Makala from Jamaica. So, I bring that little Caribbean vibe and we just ready to take over, man. So, Kev, let me just jump into these numbers. If you don't mind me sharing my screen and
Okay.
jump right into this number right now. There we go. All right, let's get into it. So this brand, this supplement brand, I actually launched it July 25th. I'm not forget because it was a historical moment. Right now
Mm-hmm.
in the e-commerce, in the landscaping is changing and everything right now. We figured out how to get it done. I figured out how to get it done. So we
Mm-hmm.
launched on the 25th of July and we said, listen, we want to see what the first 24 hours bring in. Actually, the 26th was my birthday, so it was a double celebration. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So let's jump right into the numbers. So from the 26th, 25th to the 26th, and then as you can see, click apply. 4,423.
Wait a minute. You launched on the 25th,
Yes,
and on
sir.
the 26th, you looked at your account and you have 4 grand in there.
Absolutely.
Okay,
4,423 to be exact.
we got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this because the people
Let's
watching, they want to know how this happened. So let's go ahead and you can unshare your screen now.
okay. All right, no problem.
So the first thing, the first question I have is like before this brand, like
Yes,
had
sir.
you ever had any ecom experience at all?
Yes, I do. I have a first brand. I had a little experience. I launched out. I didn't know what I was doing. I made a lot of mistakes, but
Mm-hmm.
I kept going because I knew this is what I need. So
Mm-hmm.
I just kept going. You understand what I'm saying? So I got
Yeah.
a little bit of experience.
Mm-hmm. Now you said something right there, man, that that really struck me. You kept going. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of people start stuff and then they give up quickly. What would you say that like what's that driving force inside that keeps you going?
Absolutely. When you realize where you want to go in life, right? When you envision how you want to live, how you want to treat your family, the obstacle in the way doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, it hurts, it gives you pushback, but when you can see the end goal at the beginning, that will keep you going. You understand? So it doesn't matter what roadblock you come across, that would not stop you from keep going. So for me, in person, what kept me going is the drive to see my family on the other side. You know, I want to give them this beautiful life. I want to take care of them. I want to know what freedom feels like. So for me, those roadblocks, nah, they got to come real heavy for me to even budge. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right. Roadblocks. Now, roadblocks is something that we all have, of course. And, you know, a lot of people, they run from the roadblocks, or some people don't even start because they're afraid of the roadblocks. Just so people hear, like,
Absolutely.
I want them to see, I want them to know you started, you made that $4,000, but give them one or two roadblocks that you went through so they can see. I mean, you don't have to get vivid and let them know exactly, but like one or two
Absolutely.
roadblocks that you went through that would knock the average person down, but you kept going.
The biggest one I would say, biggest roadblock is when my merchant account got froze. I got the business bill to pay and I got other stuff to take care of. Not only that the account is froze, I can't sell anything. So therefore, business is stifling. So at that point, I should have just gave up because I can't sell anything. There's no money coming in. And what do a guy do in that position? Right? Just
Right.
give up. So that's
Right.
one of the main one for me. And I would say the second one was testing to see what works.
Yeah.
When you put out money and putting out different ads and you're not getting the return, you get frustrated. So now you gone back to that 9 to 5 mentality. Hey, you know what? I would have get my 8 hours if I went to work. Now I put in all this time and I'm negative. So testing stuff was one of I would say the second roadblock, putting money out there to test. You know what I'm saying? So those are the top two for me right there.
Okay, so so putting money out there to test, a lot of people are afraid to lose, bro. A lot of people are afraid, or not even lose. I say learn, because you never
Absolutely.
really lose in business. You only learn. So, like, I want to go back to that bulletproof mindset that I actually witnessed you having. Like,
Absolutely.
outside of where you are now, like, going through the roadblocks, it had to be hard, bro. It had to be difficult.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, what would you say is for that person going through it right now in business that's watching this video that really don't know if, they're like, you think, all of us believe that what we're going through is the worst.
Absolutely.
The worst of the worst. And sometimes I feel like we're being picked on. But what would you say to that person watching that's just about to give up because maybe they lost their merchant account, or maybe they're putting money out there and they're constantly feeling like it's not coming back? What would you say to them?
So for one, whenever you're going through tough times, that signals you're on the right path, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where there's intention, there's disruption. So when your intentions are very clear, everything gonna come at you to disrupt it. And for me, I understand, and I will be telling the viewers this. Whenever times get tough, it just means you're chosen. You're being battle tested. That's what it really means. You are building your character through the tough times. That's actually a signal telling you're on the right path. If it was just easy, something is off, because for you to be in the top 1%, let's say, you got to be bulletproof. You got to have the bulletproof mentality, the bulletproof resilience. So when you're going through tough times, it hurts. Trust me, it hurts. But you got to embrace it, because it's turning you into that character that you need to be able to sustain the success that you're going to have as you lose it. So embrace the hard times and just learn from it and just keep going. I know it's going to feel like, hey, there's no ending to this. Trust me, I've been there several times. Like, Kev witnessed this.
Yes.
It feels like there's no ending. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know what I'm saying? Almost 5,000 in 24 hours. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to just keep pushing.
Mm-hmm. Now, as a man, right? As a man, we can go through things and we keep it all inside. We
Mhm.
don't want to really tell or let the whole world know how we feeling. And, you know, sometimes I feel like that's a major drawback for a lot of men because, you know, like some men end up going towards suicide or, you know, or just depression or, you know, so what do you think about having someone there to be able to kind of drop off? Well, I don't want to say drop off, but be able to, you know, talk to while you're going through those struggles. Like, how important is that? Or is it important at all?
Oh, it is significantly important. I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you that because if you don't have somebody to talk to, not that you don't even feel alone. No, you're thinking the world is against you, right? And when you think the world is against you, and then you feel like you're the only human being on this planet Earth is going through that, then if you have that one person, you pick up the phone and call, and they'd be like, you know, I went through that yesterday. You'd be like, damn, you went through that too? So I'm not tripping. And then you're not happy they're going through it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then you realize, hey, you're not alone. And just the fact that you know that you're not alone, that will put a lot of fire under you to say, hey, whenever I'm going through this, I got somebody to call. They can relate because it can get ugly if everybody you talk to cannot relate to what you're saying
Mm-hmm.
or can understand you, you'll get frustrated.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important to have at least one person as a man, especially as a man that we are the provider for the family and we feel like we can't show emotions around our wives, our girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, our spouse. It's important for us to pick up the phone and have that one person to call and talk it over. It's life changing.
I mean, I know for me, bro, like, you know, and I'm going to say this publicly, like, if it wasn't for me meeting you and being able to chop it up with you during some hard times that I went through, bro, like, I would have literally went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen you do so many different revolutionary things, which brings me to my next question. One
Yes,
thing that
sir.
I've seen you do that I admire the hell out of you for doing this is business credit. Now, when I started off using my own money. Now,
Uh-huh.
how important is business credit versus spending your own money to test, you know, grow your business, invest, whatever?
Okay. You ask, man. Great question. So the business credit, a lot of people don't know. That's how I came in the game, right? I
Mm-hmm.
came in with business credits. I never actually used my own money initially. So I came in the game knowing I had a huge advantage over a lot of people who have to wait 2 weeks, a month to get paid. So right out the gate, not only I can get the top tier promotions,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to move without have to wait 2 3 weeks, which slow up the process, right? And the first month I launched the first business, I did 6,000. And just to show you something, started the 24 hours we did almost five, right? The
Mm-hmm.
first business I did 6,000 the first month. Show you the level of knowledge that I accumulated during that process. But using the business credit to do promo, to pay for products, and to pay for your LLC and stuff like that, get your website done. It's a huge advantage. Not only it gives you a leverage, it buys you time. It speeds up the process even quicker. So for me, if you know how to manage yourself and manage your money, business credit's a huge advantage in the e-commerce game, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to business credit, like, what are the qualifications that someone has to have in order to get business credit? Like, can the average Joe just walk in a bank and get business credit? Like, what do they have to have?
And to be honest, when I did my business credit, my credit score was like 720. I know that probably play a huge part of it, but I
Yeah.
just went on my laptop and I go on Chase Bank because I already had a bank account with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I log in my business account and I go to the products and you see like the different types of business credit, and I say, you know what? Let me try this. Boom, boom, put in the information. I got 20,000 immediately.
Wow.
So that's when it go ding, ding, ding. I'm like, oh, damn, that's it? 20,000 immediately. Soon as I click submission. So now I don't really know the full parameter that you got to cover, the criteria. I know I was at a 720 and I had a business account. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what factor plays into that, but I only can speak on my experience.
Okay. Now, as far as experience, I'm glad that you said that, bro, because your experience, like what I'm witnessing you do right now is revolutionary based on where I know you came from. Now, when it comes to the business that you guys have, right? You guys are doing something that's revolutionary. Like you
Absolutely.
are really you've literally in so many ways, so many words, automated your ecom brand. So
We did.
like and you also wrote a book about it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of talk
Absolutely.
about us and kind of talk about that, kind of fill people in on how you've been able to automate your ecom business. And then we'll actually talk about the book in the '07 Academy in a minute.
Okay, so for me, going into e-commerce, I already had the end goal in mind starting out. And that end goal is freedom. I want to be able to be in Florida making sales and I don't got to touch no product. I want to be able to be anywhere in the world and my business can run without me, being present in that moment. So I was thinking, how can I get this automated? So first I got the info from one of this dude they call Mike. I got the info from his book, and then I kind of curve it my way and add my style to it. So it will be more efficient than that before. So basically the automated system that I have is we get in fulfillment center, we get products on demand, which means you don't pay for inventory upfront, right? You don't pay for inventory upfront. You pay for it as you sell it. So that means that $5,000 that you use to buy inventory to sell, no, you can put all that in marketing, right? And not only that, once the purchase they go through and the sales coming in, the fulfillment center, they're packing it, they're shipping it, they're dealing with the returns. All you got to do is take up your cell phone, this thing right here, and just mark it. And the rest is completed, man. You ain't got to touch nothing. Just deal with the customers and market. And that's how you automate it, bro.
Now, I don't know if you guys know what that means. Now, me, I came from physically handling products, physically shipping them out, physically going to the post office, and he figured out a way to not to skip all of that. All of that. So that means anybody looking, if you're watching and you've had an ecom business before, you know what I'm talking about. It's a pain in the butt getting those products to the post office, waiting on the mail, ordering new I mean, it keeps you in a wait mode. You've made business to where it keeps going. And I love what you said about freedom. Freedom has always, I mean, like everybody watching, freedom is the goal, right? Nobody really wants to be tied down to anything. And he's figured out a way to not just make $4,000 first day of lunch. We can't skip over that, you guys. We cannot skip over that. $4,000 in the first day of lunch is not normal. That's not normal. When people aren't able to make $100 online, he did $4,000 in one day, first day. So now, what would you say the hardest part about being an entrepreneur is, man?
The hardest part, to be honest, it's very simple. And it is keep going. When everything is hitting you, this is what I tell myself. Keep going. Just don't stop. Because you have the wind hit out of you, like things coming at you, and then you just want to quit. You just got to push through that. Just keep going. Keep telling yourself, hey, listen, man, I got something to accomplish. Nothing gonna stop me. I got to keep going. And to add to that, people around you not believing what you're doing, right? And then some people that you really love, like look you in your face and tell you, hey, this not gonna work. This not gonna work. And you actually kind of believe, because you'd be like, why would my friend or why would my partner tell me this?
Mm-hmm.
So you actually start doubting yourself, and that plays on a lot of people. And because they don't want to embarrass themselves to say, hey, this didn't work or that didn't work, they just give up and they just fall right into the matrix, as what we call it. And they don't keep following their dream. So what you do is you put yourself in that circle of people who understand the journey, and you keep going. You understand that is very key. Put yourself in that circle of like-minded people who understand where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. And I promise you, this lonely world that used to feel lonely, you realize there's a lot of people out there like you. You just got to go find them.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this, bro. I mean, like you've given up a lot of game on this interview. And one thing that I want to know is, because I know that there's a lot of people that say out of their mouth that they want to quit their job. They say out of their mouth they want to make more money, but they fail to take the action. So what would you say? What are 3 to 5 qualities that you must have to be a successful entrepreneur based on
Absolutely.
your own terms and your definition?
Absolutely. Number one, you got to believe in yourself. Self-belief. That's key. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. Because you got to have that bravado about you. You got to have that confidence. You got to pull that energy from the universe. So you got to have that about you. Resilience is another one. You got to be able to take the hit and move as it comes.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to take the hit as they come and don't stop. Keep pushing, right? And then you gotta learn to adapt. You got to learn to adapt to different markets, time change, AI coming in. You gotta adapt and integrate all that new stuff that's going on into your business. Don't be like, oh, I used to use this last year, so why should I stop using this? Okay, it's not, it doesn't stop working, but you can add to it because we're looking to grow. We don't want to be stagnant, right? And always be a student. Always be a student, because there's a lot of people out there is better than you. So always be a student and willing to learn from people who've been there and done that. Put the ego aside and always be a student. And the final one I would say, get a mentor. Get a mentor. Get a mentor. Find somebody who you look up to or who you admire what they're doing, and try to tap into that. Because I promise you, your learning curve will be way less. That learning curve will be so small, it will save you money, it will save you time, and it will save you a lot of headaches. A lot.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about that a little bit, man, because some people, like earlier, like I said, a lot of people want to hold back every dollar, and people would almost rather struggle trying to figure out everything on their own versus having a mentor, like you said, save them time, save them money, save them energy, save them effort. Now, how important would you say you having a mentor or somebody, that can kind of lead you and guide you in the perfect direction? Because me, I know I believe in having a mentor. I believe in it. So how would you say that has impacted where, not just where you are, but where you're going?
Oh, absolutely. A mentor is key. And even if you don't consider that individual a mentor, but you admire them, you need somebody of that caliber at a level that you're trying to reach. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I got the blueprint from Kimbro, which get me in the fulfillment, which I expand on, basically like refine it and made it my own, right? So that alone helped me to automate my system, right? And then CT, Carnell Thompson, which I met and I invest some money with. So I put my money where my mouth is, right? I put my mouth where my money is. Either way you want to take it. So I invest in that and show them, listen, look, I'm not scared to put money in, right? And now we see how it's turning out. The returns are crazy. right? So you got to put the money out. Think about it this way. This is how I always say it. If you keep that $1,000, right? You struggling. Just say, let's say you're struggling. You have $1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you should buy a program with that, knowing that it will help you, or you keep it. If you keep that $1,000, would your life change?
Not at all.
Not at all. It won't change. But if you spend it, no, the probability of your life changing is higher. So why won't you work with the probability that's in your favor? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Why not work with the probabilities that's going to go in your favor? So you're closer to success. If you keep that 1,000, your life will never change.
Right.
And you go blow that on something else. So just invest that in you. You're not even investing in the mentor. You're investing in you. You learning from that. And I'm speaking from experience because I did that several times to be able to make 4,500 within 24 hours. And that's just the beginning of the launch. So you already know the number's going to go crazy, and we'll come back and definitely get an update interview with that one too.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I'm listening. I'm letting everybody know that's watching right now. We got to come back and we got to do an update. We'll say like in a month. We'll just do a month. One update. You guys seen. First day he started, he made $4,000 first day. We're going to look at his total numbers 1 month from today, and you guys are going to see the difference. Now, let's go over the whole thing again. You said that you invested in yourself. You got a mentor. And one thing that I saw you do, bro, that was so dope to me is while you were going through the, what do I call it? The situations that, on the way to the success, you started a program. You started an '07 Academy.
Absolutely.
Now, first of all, most people, when things are not looking the way they want them to look, the last thing they're going to do is to go and create something. But your vision had to be strong in order for you to be like literally going through hell, but creating something because you know it's going to change. Like '07 Academy, you talked about fulfillment earlier. Kind of let them know what '07 Academy will do for everybody watching here right now.
Oh, absolutely, man. I created '07 Academy during a tough period when I said everything that's supposed to go wrong is happening. Instead, I fold. Instead, I give up. You know what I did? I bring out the dog in me. I say, I'm going to show this universe what I'm made of, right? I'm going to come through this fire with some jerk chicken and some festival. I ain't going to let it kill me. I'm going to come through like the man I'm supposed to be. So while all this stuff was going on, I wrote my ebook, How to Start and Grow a Successful Business. And I put all my mistakes in there, what to do, what not to do, that get me to this level, right? And not only that, I wrote that book to help people start and grow their business. I also wrote the fulfillment book that will help them automate it. That is priceless, man. And I did this under the most pressure. And they say pressure make diamonds, right? I already saw the end goal. And I said that word like 4 times in the interview. End goal. I already had the end goal in mind. So I already knew what I was going to do. I already knew what was going to happen because I already believe in it. I receive it. So I wrote those books knowing I came out on top and came out as a champion. Absolutely.
Yo, first of all, you built different, bro. You built different. One thing that I've learned from even knowing you is, you got to be a lion in this. You got to be a lion. You got to be a dog. And the fact that while you were going through pure hell and you wrote a guide that shows them how to start, basically how they can go out and make $4,000 in the first day. And on top of that, you're showing them how to automate the business so they can be able to travel and be around the world while they're making sales. Bro, this is revolutionary, bro. This is crazy.
I appreciate it, man. I
want to make sure
appreciate it.
if you're okay with it, I want to make sure, because I know people are going to be knocking my email down. I want to make sure that we put that link in the description so they can go ahead and get their hands on your guide to start a business, grow a business, and most importantly, your guide to be able to automate it. That right there is priceless. Priceless.
Absolutely.
Now, one last thing, man, because I don't want to keep you here all day. I know you got stuff going on, but one thing that I pride this channel on is always being able to give away some type of sauce, something that people can take away and like a gem that they can take away and start, or at least go in the right direction. Give the channel, or the community, one or two gems, like for the person, we'll say the person that knows absolutely nothing about e-commerce, but they want to start, and they want to start the effective way. Hell, they want to be able to make $4 grand in one day. What would you tell them?
Oh, absolutely. So for anybody who's getting, for example, like products from overseas while you're working on your website, you can get your website and your products on your website and everything before you even see the product. How do you do that? Get the labels done, right? Once you get the labels done, make sure you contact the suppliers, make sure the ingredients is correct, make sure everything looks good, right? Boom. Once you get the label done, then you can go on this website called Fiverr.com. You go there, you look for a mock-up, a person who do mock-up. So what you want to do is you want to send that person the label and send them a sample or a photo of the jar or bottle, whatever you're using, and say, listen, I want you to make me this mock-up with the different quantity of products. So if you got 3 different products, you want to make 3 different quantity just based on your preference. So what you want to do, you send that to him, he get it back to you in 2 days. Boom, you go on your website, you put your mock-up, you look crispy, and guess what? The products are not even in yet. So guess what? You spend a lot of time, and that's what we're all about, time efficiency.
Yo, hey, listen, if you didn't get that, rewind that and listen to that again, because see, I'm in ecom, so I'm comprehending everything that he's saying. If you're watching this and you're interested in ecom, and listen, the man showed $4 grand first day of launch. That means there's something that he knows. And it's not what you know that's hurting you. It's what you don't know that's hurting you. So look, if I were you watching this, rush down there to the description, grab his book, grab both of them. Don't even cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Get started today, because when you start, you want to start the right way. It's hell starting off the wrong way. I've seen it. He's seen it. And we don't want you to see it. That's the reason why we have this interview. Now, 07, I appreciate your time, man. Any last words or anything you want to say to the people?
No, I appreciate you for bringing me on and, sharing the knowledge to the people and all that. I'm always here to support. But yeah, one thing I can tell the people, guys, just keep going. I'm a stick to that because I know how important it is. Mm-hmm. Just keep going. Like, you're not gonna see the sunshine, right? But the only thing you should keep saying is, you don't know how you're gonna reach there, but you're going to reach there. With that mindset, meaning it doesn't matter what you're going through, you will reach that destination. Don't try to figure out how you're gonna get there. Just put in the work and you will get there.
Listen, man, look, hey, we're going to go ahead and end the interview right there. He gave away so many gems. If it went over your head, like I said, rewind it, watch it again. But no matter what you do, click the link in the description and go ahead and get his guide on how to start and grow a successful ecom business, then how to automate it by putting it in fulfillment. Once again, I'm going to say this. This is the last thing I'm going to say on this interview. He showed $4 grand the first day. That is not something that everybody is able to do. And if you know that you're not able to do that upon starting, I mean, come on. We're showing you exactly what to do. Now, if you don't want to know what to do, then it's all good. But go ahead and rush down there. 07, I appreciate you. You guys have a great day. Watch out for the next video. Peace.
Have a great one.